Most people, when thinking about the origins of economic thought, immediately jump to Adam Smith, Karl Marx, or perhaps Aristotle. But hidden in the depths of the Middle Ages is a reality rarely found in textbooks. Nearly 1,000 years ago, long before capitalism or central banks existed, a Muslim scholar issued a warning that echoes in every financial crisis today: when money loses its moral compass, society begins to rot from within. Looking at today's world, al-Ghazali seems to have understood us better than we understand ourselves. Imagine the year 1100. While Europe was just beginning to find its footing, the Islamic world was a massive power center stretching from Spain to Iran. Cities like Baghdad and Cairo were the beating hearts of global trade. In this environment of vast wealth and rising inequality, al-Ghazali posed a striking question: what happens to a civilization that gets rich faster than it gets wise? For al-Ghazali, money was not something to be worshipped or hoarded, it was merely a tool. He compared money to a mirror. A mirror has no value on its own, its worth comes from what it reflects. Money is the same, its power does not come from its material substance, but from what people build with it and how they help one another. To al-Ghazali, money locked away in chests was dead money. He made observations that put today's inequality debates to shame: idle wealth freezes the society's blood circulation. When the wealthy hoard money, markets break down, not because of a lack of resources, but because circulation is blocked. Prices distort, and people begin to suffer. Al-Ghazali saw this not just as a greed problem, but as a systemic failure that collapses the entire structure. Al-Ghazali had zero patience for merchants who created artificial scarcity, manipulated prices, or profited from crises. He defined speculation as haram, forbidden, gain without contribution. He was blunt: whoever profits from the suffering of others is feeding on filth. In his view, markets do not run solely on analytical and mathematical formulas, they run on trust. When trust collapses, the economy follows. What modern economists call information asymmetry or moral hazard today, al-Ghazali explained clearly and sincerely 900 years ago. Al-Ghazali viewed the state's practice of reducing the amount of gold or silver in coins to save its own budget, the medieval equivalent of printing unbacked money or creating inflation, as theft. This practice destroys market confidence, punishes the poor, and destabilizes the system from the top down. He warned, oppressive rulers destroy prosperity faster than any foreign enemy. One of al-Ghazali's most striking insights was this: a society can survive poverty, but it cannot survive corruption. Economic collapses usually happen not because resources are depleted, but because trust, the invisible glue, has run out. When everyone, from the palace treasury to the neighborhood grocer, begins to lie and deceive, that society becomes fragile, no matter how wealthy it is. Look at today's world: trillions of dollars in debt, currencies losing value every single day, massive profits coming from speculation rather than hard work, and institutional trust declining by the day. If al-Ghazali were alive today, he would likely say, "Where justice ends, prosperity cannot remain." Economics is not just about the numbers adding up, money is part of a moral ecosystem. When that framework shatters, the system begins to collapse, regardless of what the balance sheets say. Al-Ghazali wasn't just preaching religion, he was describing reality. When money detaches from morality, the system breaks sooner or later. Understanding this is not just financial education, it is a matter of survival. Because history doesn't repeat itself, but if you don't learn its lessons, it will crush you all the same.